If you made over $400 last year, you could owe taxes, even if you're a teenager, or you only work part-time, or you were always paid in cash. There are two types of jobs, and they can lead to very different tax burdens. First, the W-2 job. Think coffee shop or movie theater, maybe retail clothing store. This type of job is where you are an employee. The other type of work is a 1099 job. A lot of people's first jobs are 1099 jobs. Think tutor, babysitter, lawn care, dog walker. If you set your own hours, or you work for yourself or through an app, you are considered an independent contractor. And there are three really important things to know about this. The first is that you will pay the entire amount that is owed for Social Security and Medicare. For a regular W-2 job where you're an employee, your employer pays half of this money. But as a contractor with a 1099 job, you pay the entire amount, which means you pay more in taxes. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that with 1099 jobs, no money is taken out of your paycheck for taxes because your employer does not withhold money for taxes. You have to do it. I worked for years at a 1099 job, and I didn't like thinking about money or tracking it. I wanted a simple thing I could do every month to know that I would be taken care of when it came tax season. I opened a separate account, and I called that the Not My Money account. That was for my tax money, which means I couldn't touch it, I couldn't spend it. Every third paycheck I put into that account. This kept me out of trouble, but there are a couple things I would change if I were doing it again today. Instead of blindly guessing at what I would owe and putting aside every other paycheck or every third paycheck, I would use the 1040-ES form. This will give me a better estimate of what I'll owe, so I'm not just guessing. Then, instead of using paper checks, I could fill out the ACH direct deposit form for whoever's paying me and let them know exactly how much I want put into my Not My Money account, percentage-wise, every time I get paid. Starting a habit like this and adjusting it as your income changes is a good way to prevent unpleasant tax day surprises. The third thing to know about 1099 work is that there's not just one tax day. Contractors are expected to pay quarterly, which means every season. So there's actually 4 tax days per year. The magic date is the 15th, April 15th, June 15th, September 15th, January 15th. This is for educational purposes and is not specific enough to your situation to count as tax advice or financial advice. This is Cash Tunes with Jessie J.